name is Andrew, and a lot of you have been asking, Andrew, you really need to start a YouTube channel. Well, this is called Beyond Maritime, and today we're going to start off with some really simple rub for something that's going to go on there. We're going to call it smoked pulled pork. It's going to be very delicious and very easy for you to do at home. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's start simple rub. We're going to start off with kosher salt and coarse black pepper. 50-50. Nothing crazy here, guys. Just simple. This rub, you can put on pretty much everything. Ribs, potatoes in the morning, pulled pork like tonight, anything you want. It'll be good. You could even do beef jerky if you really wanted to. But hey, tonight, we're going to start it off really simple. Let's put it in a mason jar and let's get started. Kosher salt. Next, we're going to take some black pepper. Now, the next part, since we got our base started, again, 50-50. We're right around that mark. Looks more black pepper than anything else, but it's not. It's a good ratio right there. It looks really good. Next, we're going to go in with some paprika. This is going to be for color. Not a lot of spice coming out of this. So let's dump that in there. Swirl it around. Again, this is just for color. It'll be good. Next, we're gonna do garlic powder. Garlic powder is always good in a lot of different rubs. Has a good flavor. Always love it. After the garlic powder is in, we're going to take a little bit of mustard powder. Again, this is going to be the savory note in the actual spice rub that we're putting onto the pulled pork. Really delicious. Not a lot, just a little bit. Now, this whole recipe is going to be in the description box below, so you don't need to be writing these things down, and you don't need to worry about actual measurements. Again, rubs are rubs. It's simple. Finally, we're going to put in chili powder. This is for spice. You can omit it. You don't really need it, but I like a little bit of heat when I'm biting into this. It'll be delicious and it'll be good. So again, right into the jar, as much as you want. I put like about that much in. Now, stir it around. Make sure it looks good. Looks pretty decent to me. Now everything is done and in this nice jar. Smells really good. Everything is going to be listed out in the description box below, so you can see it and follow along there. Let's get to the next part. Let's get the meat out. All right, now that we got our rub done, we got our meat out here. This is called pork shoulder. So what we're going to do is we're going to just get this ready. This is a bone-in, skin-on. Bone-in means flavor. Skin, it doesn't matter if you have it or not. First off, let's get rid of this right here. We're just going to put it right there. What we want to do is we want to score the skin. The reason why we want to score the skin is so then the rub can get further into and closer to the meat. And as well as when we go and put it on the smoker, it'll get right in there. All right, and now we cut. And just because I like to make it look nice, we're gonna go a little diagonal. And hoping that you don't cut your fingers off. So once you have this all nice and cut up, looks very nice, crisscross, love it. Next step is oiling. Reason why we put a little bit of oil on is so then the rub can stick, because you want to make sure that it sticks. So as I'm putting this olive oil on, this is extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to drizzle it on and rub in. Drizzle. Rub in. Now just watch your hands, because there is bones in there and they will hurt you. Make sure you get right in to where all those cuts are. Excellent. So the next thing what we want to do is we want to put the pork on a plate that can catch a lot of the spice. I don't really want to do it on my board, so I got a plate here with a little bit of a lip. First step, take our nice beautiful spice rub that we got, and we're just going to start putting it on nice and gingerly. Again, making sure you rub it into the actual rub it in there. Make sure you get the sides. Make sure you get the ends. Now some of you might think that I'm putting a lot of rub on. You gotta remember, it's gonna be in the smoker for a very long time, and also this will create a very nice bark. And bark is some of the best stuff when it comes to smoked meat. Now after we got everything done here, you have a clean hand and a dirty hand, just massage it. Get it in there. Really take your time. Make sure that it's all nice and coated. This looks really good. Really good. Must be doing something right. Door is here. And the final step tonight is we're gonna wrap this. Just so then we can lock in all of that beautiful, beautiful rub that we just put on and rubbed in. Let's go ahead and do it. And finally, we're done. We got it wrapped. We're going to go ahead and put it into the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we're going to fire up the Traeger, and it's going to be a good day. Okay, and now that I got my smoker getting up the temperature, we got some gardeners in the background. What I want to do is I want to be able to put a little bit more moisture in the actual smoker. So I just have here just some tin foil, some apple cider vinegar in it. I'm going to water it down a little bit with some water. If you don't like apple cider vinegar, use something else like wine or something like that. All up for grabs. Essentially why you want to do it is to get more moisturizer into the pork. It's a lot drier in there than it is out here in the real air. Alright, now I got my smoker ready. I got my pork out. It's rested just a few minutes. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. And what I want to do now is I want to be able to put this onto the smoker, getting my hands dirty, and you can tell, you can see now that there's a lot of red in there, a lot of beautiful red, and that's a lot to do with the paprika and a little bit of the chili powder. So let's get it on the grill and let's start smoking. Now I like to put my meat in the middle of this Traeger, and the reason why I put it in the middle of the Traeger is that's where it does the best. That's where the meat does the best. And now it's on the smoker. The smoker is set to 250 degrees, and we just need to wait now. It's gonna take some time. Okay, and it's done. Let's grab the pork, put it on here, and wrap it, and let it sit for a while. And now we wait. Alright, and now it's rested about 2 hours. It's time to start pulling. So let's open it up and take a look to see what we got. Alright, so now we're going to start pulling. First off, that's a pretty clean bone. That's a pretty clean bone. Still quite hot, which is excellent. And we're just going to take a little bit and we're just going to start peeling. It's just peeling right apart. Looks absolutely great. The smoke has done a great job. Yes, this looks great. That looks like a great amount for a sandwich. Let's do a little bit more. Look at that. Beautiful smoke ring. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start getting everything assembled for a sandwich. I'm going to put this right over here just right now. I'm going to grab a bun. It's already been toasted beautifully. These are the buns from Kreddles that I picked up earlier today. And we're going to put this right here. Yes. Oh, Now, one of the things that I always like to do is make sure I got good coleslaw. Now, my wife's grandmother has a recipe. And it looks like this. And if you want me to show you guys how this is made, comment down below. Also, like and subscribe. And what I'll do is I'll make that for a future video. But I'm getting hungry, and I know Dora is. So let's put this all on here, and let's get eating.